So we move on to the favorite segment of this show. What's wrong with Marvel Rivals? So it says female Marvel Rivals players are fed up with constant misogyny and as toxic gamers hurl vulgar, disgusting, sexist comments in game. So, now here's the thing. This is something that you get with a lot of games, to be honest. All right, this is not like a specific Marvel Rivals issue, but I've seen this come across my timeline multiple times. So I was like, it must be a real problem. So it says Marvel Rivals is one of the most popular live service games ever, with endless content planned for the future, with a new hero coming every month and a half, and events like ongoing Lunar New Year celebration, which they stole from Overwatch, by the way. The game's developers are working hard to make sure every player is having fun, except for those players that get stuck in the bot lobbies. However, like any multiplayer game, it seems that there are some unsavory gamers that are ruining the game for others, with female gamers particularly targeted via the Rivals in-game chat. One thing about this, I will have to say, is Marvel Rivals does feel kind of like the Wild Wild West of internet games. Like, it doesn't feel as bad as like a COD lobby, but it feels close though. I'm like, okay, that's one thing I'll give to them. They don't really moderate the game that much, which can be kind of a good thing for an old man like me, because it makes me feel like the old days where we used to, sling slurs on people and do all kind of stuff. But at the flip side though, it's also kind of a bad look in the modern day, because there's a lot of casual people and there's a lot more gamers nowadays that they're not built like that. You know what I'm saying? And while I would love the days of slur slingage to return, I understand that people they don't want that in their escapism. So it is what it is. So it says a post on Marvel Rivals subreddit by user SoupCorrect2910, that, to be honest, if that's your name, no wonder you get bullied. That better not be your in-name game. I might bully you for that one. All right. Warned other players not to both use comms if you are a female. While the gamer loves playing Marvel Rivals, ranked rivals, their experience has been ruined by vulgar, disgusting, sexist comments almost every match. In the Reddit post, the gamer explained that it's become genuinely frustrating to play with others unmuted while they want to communicate with their team for better collaboration and coordination. The massive abuse hurled by randoms online has made it impossible. It is genuinely frustrating how as soon as I say something, I am called a whore, or times where if I say something, they just say good girl over and over again. The player or people will be like, GG, we got a girl on the team. And just dog me all the game while I'm playing perfectly fine. So yeah, now that sounds about right. And it's kind of terrible. I mean, it kind of sucks. Like if I would never bully somebody just because they're a girl in the game. If anything, it's pretty good to hear a nice voice over the game in-game chat sometime. All right, because I know a lot of these games are sausage fest, and it's good to hear a nice sounding voice over the headset, especially if they're good at the game. I have a lot of respect for actual girl gamers, so girls that want to play video games. They're as big a fan as I am. I got a great deal of respect for that. You know what I'm saying? You're not trying to sell me no OnlyFans. You know what I'm saying? You're not like a titty streamer. You just out here, grinding like us. I feel it. That's what's up. But this kind of happens to everybody. All right. All right, everybody gets crap in in these lobbies. You know what I'm saying? So of course the Twitter responses were there were Twitter responses. We had this one guy said, "Fun fact, if you're a male in this game, you get 0 toxic comments. It's true, only women get toxic comments." That's right. I've never been called a Negro, orangutan, a gorilla, a ape. I've never been called any of those things in lobbies before. Look, speaking of one thing about Marvel Rivals particularly, I remember the first game I played, the first comp game I played of Marvel Rivals. There was somebody whose gamer handle was just N-word, hard R, just straight up hard R. You know what I'm saying? I heard there was somebody else that was called Juice Banker, you know, like Jewish Banker. Bro, people be having some wild names in the game, bro. Like, there's no moderation on that stuff. Like, this person said freedom is greater than censorship, which is true, but the problem with freedom of speech is that people screw it up for everybody by not restricting yourself. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and when you don't do that, you screw it up for everybody. And this person says, if you really have a problem with it, then you should mute the voice chat and type chat, which, I mean, you can, but it also kind of handicaps you in the game because you kind of need to communicate to your team, especially in comp, all right? You know, or are we going to fall into another Overwatch pitfall where you go into comp and nobody's on comms, so everybody's kind of doing their own thing? You can't do that with a 6v6 game. With 5v5, maybe you can have some singular pop-off moments, but 6v6, you got to be working as a team. Otherwise, you about to get scrubbed. And this person said, this is why I like Overwatch so much. A big part of the game is diversity and representation, which leads to a more understanding community. Oh man, yo, I think this person has been trolling these type of articles a lot. I think I read a comment from them in another video. But yeah, you know, don't tell J3 that. No, tell J3 that because he doesn't really feel like the community is all that positive.